Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Roman with Pro Football Exclusive, and I have a very special video for you guys today. A quarterback controversy between Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. There's a lot of talk going on about it now. I hear people talking about, oh, Tom Brady's better than Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's better than Tom Brady. Who's better? Who's worse? So I'm here to give you the full breakdown of their stats from the regular season to postseason, who has more value and who doesn't have more value. So let's jump into it right here. Tom Brady has only played for one team in his career. He's played for the New England Patriots. He's won 3 Super Bowls, and I'm just going to kind of sum it up real quick. Peyton Manning has played for 2 teams, the Indianapolis Colts and Denver Broncos, for 1 season. Peyton Manning has 1 Super Bowl victory with the Indianapolis Colts back in 2007, and he has not won a Super Bowl since he's been with Denver. So we're going to get into the regular season stats right here. Completion percentage. Peyton Manning has a 65.2 completion percentage compared to Tom Brady's 63.7. Check mark Peyton Manning. Passing yards. In 2 seasons more. Peyton Manning has only been in the league 2 seasons more than Tom Brady has. Peyton Manning has 59,487 pass yards in 14 seasons, I believe, compared to Tom Brady's 44,000 passing yards in 2 seasons less. I mean, it's just a big difference there. You're going from 44,000 to Tom Brady to 59,000 Peyton Manning. So that is a gap of 15,000 yards. And there's only 2 seasons separating the two. Touchdowns. 436 in Peyton Manning's career, 334 in Tom Brady's career. That's 100 more, and Peyton Manning has been in the league 2 seasons more. That's 100 more. I don't think Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, I don't think Tom Brady will ever pass Peyton Manning in passing touchdowns unless Tom Brady were, Peyton Manning were to retire and Tom Brady were to, throw for more touchdowns. I just don't see it happening. So check mark Peyton Manning. Interceptions, 209 Peyton Manning, 123 Tom Brady. Check mark Brady. Team record, overall team record in the league. 139-39, which is a 781 average for Tom Brady, and 154-70, which is a .688 average for Peyton Manning. That checkmark goes to Brady for having less wins and also less losses compared to Peyton Manning, who has 154 wins, which is like 15 more wins than Tom Brady's 139, but he nearly doubled in losses. But he has been in the league 2 seasons more than Tom Brady has. Pro Bowls. Tom Brady has only been to 8 Pro Bowls. Yet Peyton Manning has been to 12 Pro Bowls. Peyton Manning's been into a Pro Bowl nearly every year he's been in the league, and Tom Brady has missed out on a few seasons. All-Pro team. First team All-Pro. Peyton Manning has 6 first-team All-Pros, and Tom Brady only has 2. So, check mark Peyton Manning. In passing yards, Tom Brady is ranked 9th in passing yards all time. Peyton Manning is 3rd all time in passing yards. As I told you earlier, Peyton Manning has 59,000 passing yards. Tom Brady has 44,000 passing yards, almost 45,000. Passing touchdowns. Peyton Manning is 2nd all time in passing touchdowns. He is also the fastest to reach 400 touchdowns. Peyton Manning is fastest to reach 400 touchdowns. And Peyton Manning is also the fastest to reach 4,000 passing yards. Now, passing touchdowns for Tom Brady is 5th. So Tom Brady is still a ways behind. Next, passer rating. Tom Brady is 3rd in passer rating, while Peyton Manning is right behind him in 4th place in passer rating. They're nearly neck and neck. They're almost right at the same level in passer rating. So, overall, Tom Brady has 3 check marks and having less interceptions, a better team record, and a better passer rating than Peyton Manning. And then Peyton Manning has 7 check marks with a better completion percentage, pass yards, touchdowns, Pro Bowls, All-Pro, first-team All-Pro, passing yards, and passing touchdowns. So the edge clearly goes to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning in the regular season is a stud. He's outstanding. If you want him for a fantasy team, go ahead and grab him if he's there. If he's there, go ahead and grab Peyton Manning if you want him for your quarterback position. Even if you want Tom Brady, I just think Peyton Manning has more value in the regular season, and I'm going to get into that right about now. Peyton Manning, in my opinion, has a lot more value to the team, a team that the Indianapolis Colts or the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning, when he came to Denver the season before had an 8-8 record, made the playoffs, beat the Steelers, and then lost to Tom Brady's Patriots. Peyton Manning came in this past season and brought a team from 8-8 record, barely 500 team, only a 500 average team, to a 13-3 team. He got 5 more wins and 5 less losses, and then he won 10 straight games in a row and became the first seed in the AFC. That is incredible. Not many quarterbacks can bring a team that went 8-8 to 13-3 the next season and be the first seed in the AFC. First seed in all of football. They had the best record, one of the best records. And then, without Peyton Manning, the Indianapolis Colts went 2-14. 2-14 without Peyton Manning. And usually Peyton Manning is 10-6, 11-5, 12-4, 13-3, 14-2. He went 14-2 twice with Indianapolis. And then when he got his neck surgeries and he went out with injury, the Indianapolis Colts went 2-14 and were the worst team in football without him. Also, Peyton Manning brought a Demaryius Thomas player. He went 2 seasons with 834 yards and barely any touchdowns. Only a touchdown or 2. And then when Peyton Manning came in, I'm sorry I'm confusing the two. Peyton Manning came in and made Demaryius Thomas one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL, in my opinion, with 1,434 yards and 10 touchdowns in one season compared to his first 2 seasons where he only had less than 1,000 yards and only 834 receiving yards. He also brought Eric Decker, a receiver who had 718 yards in 2 seasons, and brought him to 1,064 yards and 13 touchdowns in 1 season. What a jump. Peyton Manning brought 2 receivers who averaged less than 1,000 yards in 2 seasons and gave them more than 1,000 yards each, and more than 10 touchdowns each. 10 touchdowns for Demaryius Thomas and 13 touchdowns for Eric Decker. Now on to Tom Brady. Tom Brady, when injured, the Patriots went 11-5 with Matt Cassell, which is like, wow, Tom Brady 12-4, 11-5, 13-3, right in the same range of Peyton Manning. So without Tom Brady, the Patriots were still flirting with playoffs, a playoff berth with Matt Cassell. The only reason they didn't make the playoffs that year was because the Baltimore Ravens and Miami Dolphins, who were in the division, Ravens were in the AFC North, Dolphins were in the AFC East. They both went 11-5 and had the tiebreaker in beating the New England Patriots. So even without Tom Brady, they're still flirting with a playoff berth. So maybe, is that a coaching? Bill Belichick, maybe it's a coaching deal. Bill Belichick is a great coach. But I give the edge to more value to the team with Peyton Manning. That's why I believe Peyton Manning has more NFL MVPs. He has 4 to Tom Brady's 2, which is a record. I believe Peyton Manning has a record of 4 NFL MVPs. So that's why there's more value towards Peyton Manning. He clearly can bring any receiver from a receiver that had less than 1,000 yards to a receiver with nearly 1,500 yards and 10-plus touchdowns. So, on to the postseason. And this is where things get changed up a little bit. In the postseason, team record, Tom Brady has a 17-6 record in the postseason, compared to Peyton Manning's 9-11 record. Brady gets a check mark. Super Bowl MVPs. Tom Brady has 3 Super Bowl MVPs compared to Peyton Manning's 1 Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl record. Tom Brady is 3-2 in the Super Bowl with his 3 wins versus the Eagles, the Panthers, and the Packers. Or the Rams, I apologize. All by a field goal. And Brady has lost 2 Super Bowls to the New York Giants. Completion percentage in the postseason, 63.2% for Peyton Manning and 62.9% for Tom Brady. It's very close. There's only 0.3 points differentiating the two. Pass yards in the postseason, very close once again. Peyton Manning has 5,679 pass yards in the postseason compared to Tom Brady's 5,629. So only 50 yards are differentiating the two in the postseason, with 5,000 yards plus each. Touchdowns in the postseason, Tom Brady has 41 touchdowns and Peyton Manning has 32 touchdowns. Edge goes to Tom Brady. Interceptions in the postseason, Tom Brady has 20 and Peyton Manning has 21. So although these two have been very close in the playoffs, although Tom Brady does have a 17-6 record, Peyton Manning has a 9-11 record and is tied for the most postseason losses. Tied for the most postseason losses by any quarterback and is tied with Brett Favre for that record. But Brett Favre is also one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. I don't care what you say, Brett Favre is one of the greatest to ever live. Peyton Manning is a great quarterback. Tom Brady is a great quarterback. I'm not hating on the two. The edge in the postseason goes to Tom Brady with 5 check marks to Brady and 2 check marks to Manning. Brady has the team record, the Super Bowl MVPs, the Super Bowl record, the touchdowns and interceptions edge over Peyton Manning, while Peyton Manning has a better completion percentage in the postseason and more pass yards in the postseason compared to Tom Brady. Now, I'm getting towards the end of the video here. As you can clearly see on screen, Peyton Manning has the stats, Tom Brady has the win. Peyton Manning plays great throughout the regular season. He is outstanding. He even plays well in the postseason. But in my opinion, when it comes to the regular season, your quarterback wins you games and can get you to the playoffs. Because without a quarterback, you can't get to the playoffs. Okay, you could be the best. You could be the best quarterback in the NFL and have a terrible defense in the playoffs. Peyton Manning, that's a great example. Peyton Manning has always played great besides his first 2 seasons. And then once they get into the playoffs, the defense doesn't show up or the special teams doesn't show up, and it causes Peyton Manning to lose. Now, Peyton Manning this past season with the Broncos, the defense didn't show up and allowed 30-plus points to a Ravens team that they beat before in the regular season and only allowed less than 20 points. Okay, so Peyton Manning has the stats. He's a great quarterback. And personally, I believe he is better than Tom Brady in that category because Peyton Manning can throw the ball. He's got great vision. He's comeback player of the year, almost won his 5th NFL MVP, and he's just great. He had 4 neck surgeries. We didn't expect him to be as good as he was, but he came back and had one of his best seasons of his career. Tom Brady, on the other hand, when there's more pressure and getting to the Super Bowl and winning in the postseason, he shows up. He plays great. He plays his best. And although he's lost twice in the Super Bowl to the New York Giants, when they went 16-0 one season and passed for 50 touchdowns that season, which is a record, compared to Peyton Manning's 49 touchdowns, which is the most he's thrown in a regular season span. I just believe Peyton Manning, when it comes down to it, what would you rather have? The stats or the rings? And personally, I would take the stats because it takes a full team to win a Super Bowl. Not just a quarterback. A quarterback can't lead his team to a Super Bowl. A quarterback can get there, but you need a full team to secure the victory. Peyton Manning is probably one of the best quarterbacks to ever live. Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks to ever live. These two are 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks to ever live. I don't know where to rank them just yet. Joe Montana's in the category. You have Troy Aikman and a couple other quarterbacks in that category. But I'd rather have the stats to get me into the playoffs and to have my entire team show up then and then go from there. Tom Brady can lead his team to the playoffs every year, and then his defense will show up, his special teams will show up to get him to the Super Bowl, and that's how they won. Keep in mind, Tom Brady has not won a Super Bowl since 2004. 2004. That is 9 seasons ago. Peyton Manning won in 2007 against the Chicago Bears, which was 5 years ago. And Peyton Manning lost 2 seasons later, or 2 to 3 seasons later, to the New Orleans Saints. So, in my opinion, I'd rather have Peyton Manning as my quarterback when it comes down to it to get me to the playoffs because I believe it takes a full team to win that Super Bowl. And, if you want Tom Brady in the postseason, I'd definitely take him as well if I could. Both these quarterbacks are great. I'm not trying to hate on one or the other. I just believe I'd take Peyton Manning when it comes down to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me down in the comments below, who do you think is better, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady? What would you rather have, the stats, the rings? Tell me what you think down in the comments below. I'm really excited to see your opinions. This is Roman with Pro Football Exclusive. Like the video, favorite the video, subscribe, share the video, get the word out there. You want to see everyone's point of view on this. This is a big controversy. I like both quarterbacks, like I've said. I'm pretty sure you like both quarterbacks as well, but you have to prefer one over the other, and I'll take Peyton Manning. So like I said, Roman with Pro Football Exclusive. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day.